Okay, I'm gonna take this time today to review arc length and area of sectors. I'm gonna just use one problem for these because that's all I'm gonna give you today. So I'm gonna show you how to set this up. It gives us the central angle and it gives us the radius. So I'm gonna start by finding arc length. So my arc length is equal to my circumference, which is 2 pi times 5, and that's gonna be equal to my central angle over 360. So here I have my arc length over 10 pi equals 80 over 360. I'm going to multiply both sides by 10 pi. And I know I'm going to just write that because it looks better over here. I'm going to just write that as 314.16 just because that's what 10 pi is. Oh, 31.416. Okay, so I'm gonna multiply this out and I've got 80 times all that, and then I'm gonna divide it by 360, and I end up with my arc length equaling 6.98 inches, okay? So with this, all we're doing here is we're basically doing the angle times the circumference divided by 360. So the arc length is actually equal to angle times circumference divided by 360. However, the problem with that is sometimes it may ask you to find the angle and you're given the arc length. So I don't always like to give out that formula, but for right now, these purposes and for what you're going to be doing this week, that's fine to do if you want to do that. So going into this next part, we're trying to find the area of the sector. So I'm just going to put A of S, and then we've got area of circle. So I'm going to put pi r squared down here. If you'll notice, I can do the same thing that I did above, where I can say that the little area is going to be equal to the angle times the big area divided by 360. Okay. I'm going to do it the long way, so I'm going to show you all of that. So 80, 360, and I have that R is 5. So this is 25 pi. We're going to multiply both sides by 25 pi. Cancels out here. I'm going to multiply 25 times 3.1416, and I've got 78.54. which is going to give me my little area equaling 78.54 times 80, and then divided by 360. So my area of that sector is going to be 17.45, and this is going to be in inches squared or square inches. Okay, so again, these two little formulas can be handy if you understand how the regular formula works. Today, you're going to have an assignment over this. Tomorrow, we are going to be looking into 6.8, some number problems for your test on Friday.